What is God's will for me? Finding the will of God is really important for those of us who love the Lord and want to live our lives according to God's purpose for us. As Mark says, "Whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." St. Paul writes to us in Ephesians that God has made known to us the mystery of His will according to His good pleasure that He set forth in Christ. In other words, we already know the will of God. It is spoken somewhere deep within us, where God is known and encountered. When we invest ourselves fully in the life of the Church through prayer, studying the Bible, participating in devotions, and especially through the celebration of the Eucharist, we are constantly being formed in the will of God through faith. It really is a challenge to see God's will for our future. But looking back on our lives, it's not hard to see God working through everything we experience, both the good and the bad. St. Paul writes in Corinthians about the burden of his human weaknesses, and then concludes in verse 10 that he is content with his weakness for the sake of Christ, because whenever I am weak, then I am strong. One of the hardest parts about doing God's will is that you sometimes have to go against the will of the ones you love, like your parents or your friends. Even the best parents have agendas for their children. Although it doesn't always feel like it, doing your heart's desire through prayer and staying connected to the Church will lead you to God.